We all have that one friend who thinks he's the king of sports betting. The guy who puts his entire paycheck on a so-called sure thing on a Friday night and then ends up eating pasta for the rest of the month. You know the type, right? Betting without a safety net is like driving without a seatbelt. Things might be fine while everything goes smoothly, but the smallest bump can hit really hard. To avoid ending up broke or frustrated, there's a simple but often overlooked solution: bankroll management. In this video, we'll go through how to manage your bankroll properly in sports betting with clear tips and a few real examples to keep it simple and practical. A bankroll is simply the budget you set aside exclusively for sports betting, nothing else. It's a separate amount of money disconnected from your daily expenses and personal savings. Think of it as your betting wallet, the pot you draw from whenever you place a wager. Why define this starting capital? Because it gives you a clear limit. It's the money you're willing to risk without ever putting your personal finances in danger. For example, if your starting bankroll is $1,000, you know you should never go beyond that amount. This prevents you from dipping into rent money or savings during a bad run. By clearly defining your bankroll, you build financial discipline right from the start. You can bet with peace of mind, knowing that even if things go wrong, your personal stability isn't at risk. That's the foundation of everything. A well-defined bankroll acts as your framework and your safety net. No successful bettor in the long run has ever made it without proper bankroll management. Keep that in mind. Now, let's move on to the golden rules of bankroll management. These are simple principles, but they're extremely effective when it comes to protecting your money and staying in the game. Example: the magic of 2%. Imagine you start with a $1,000 bankroll and decide to bet 2% on each wager. That's $20 per bet. Tough luck. You hit a cold streak and lose 10 bets in a row. How much is gone? Only 20% of your bankroll, or $200. Painful? Yes. But you're not wiped out. You still have $800 left to bounce back. If instead, you had been betting random fixed amounts or following your gut, that streak could have completely destroyed your bankroll. This is where bankroll management acts like a shield. It prevents total collapse and ensures you always have bullets left for the next opportunity. Stay consistent and disciplined. The temptation is huge, especially after a couple of wins, to think, "This one is a lock, I'll go all in." Big mistake. Don't break your own rules. By sticking to a constant approach, like always 2%, you avoid blowing up your risk without realizing it. Discipline is what separates steady bettors from broke ones. Avoid chasing losses. This is the classic trap. You lose a few bets, get frustrated, and try to recover by betting way bigger than usual. Bad move. Imagine you lose three $50 bets in a row. That's $150 gone. Angry, you throw $200 on the next one to get it back, and you lose again. Suddenly, $150 in losses has turned into a $350 hole. Ouch. This emotional spiral can melt your bankroll in no time. The rule is simple: never chase losses. Take a break if needed, but don't double down out of frustration. Stay away from the martingale and its hidden versions. The martingale is that so-called strategy where you double your bet after every loss, assuming you'll eventually win and recover everything. On paper, it looks foolproof. In reality, it's a fast track to going broke. Why? Because losing streaks last longer than you think, and your stakes will skyrocket. Example: you start with $10 and double each time you lose. $10, $20, $40, $80, $160. After just 5 straight losses, You've already committed $310 chasing a $10 bet. Keep going, and it quickly becomes insane. Unless you have an unlimited bank account. Spoiler, you don't. Martingale is a no-go. Even with a small bankroll, a short losing streak can wipe you out. It's far safer to accept losses and stick to your fixed stakes. Set limits, your stop loss. Another golden rule: decide in advance how much you're willing to lose, in a day or in a week. Once you hit that limit, stop betting and come back another time. This protects you from crossing a critical threshold and making reckless bets out of frustration. Think of it as your psychological and financial safety net. Bet with a strategy, not with your gut. Random bets or emotional picks on your favorite team are a sure way to drain your bankroll. Even a simple plan like flat betting, always wagering the same amount or percentage, is better than having no strategy at all. The point is, have a game plan and stick to it, instead of playing blind. Side note, there are more advanced staking methods out there, like the Kelly criterion or proportional betting, where you adjust based on your edge or confidence in each bet. These can be powerful tools for advanced bettors, but don't worry about that now. For beginners, the basics we've just covered are more than enough. And the most important thing is applying them consistently. Sports betting isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. You've probably heard that phrase before, and it couldn't be more true. The goal isn't to win it all in a single weekend, but to last overtime and steadily grow your bankroll. Solid bankroll management is exactly what gives you longevity in the game. Think about it. Even the best tipsters in the world go through dry spells, losing streaks where nothing seems to work. The difference between those who survive and those who don't is capital management. With disciplined bankroll control, you can absorb the hits without going broke and stay in the game long enough for luck or the stats to swing back in your favor. Without it, just a handful of unlucky bets can knock you out completely. There's another benefit too. Good management protects you from emotional roller coasters. Losing will always sting, sure, but losing 2% of your bankroll on a bet is very different from losing 20% in one go. In the first case, it hurts a bit, but you move on calmly. In the second, panic sets in, and the urge to chase losses takes over. By protecting your capital, you also protect your mindset. You'll be calmer, less likely to tilt, and sharper in your analysis. A well-managed bankroll means peace of mind, and that shows in the quality of your bets. Finally, remember this. Without bankroll management, no strategy holds up. You could have the best prediction system in the world, but if your stakes are all over the place, it will crash, sooner or later. Financial discipline is the foundation of any winning strategy. It's what allows you to stick around long enough for the numbers to work in your favor. So repeat after me. Betting is a marathon. Patience and discipline are your greatest allies for the long run. Managing your bankroll isn't just about choosing the right stake for each bet. It's also about tracking how your capital evolves and analyzing your results over time. In short, you need to keep records of your bets, just like an athlete keeps track of their stats. Why? Because otherwise, you risk losing sight of your real performance. For example, after placing 100 bets, could you honestly say what your win rate is, or whether you're in profit overall? Without precise tracking, it's almost impossible. But if you log everything, you'll quickly see what works and what doesn't. Maybe you're stronger in certain sports, or perhaps your bets on lower odds are more profitable than your long shots. Tracking gives you the insights you need to adjust your strategy accordingly. What tools can you use to track your bets? The good old spreadsheet, Excel, or Google Sheets. A simple free method is to keep a betting log in Excel. Record each bet with the date, the sport, the type of bet, the odds, the stake, and the outcome. win, toss, loss. You can then calculate your profit or loss for each bet and monitor how your bankroll changes over time. It's a bit of manual work, but it's very eye-opening. You'll see, in black and white, where your money is going and where your profits are coming from. Plus, it's 100% customizable depending on what you want to analyze. Specialized platforms like Bet-Analytix. If Excel feels like a headache or you want to dig deeper, there are dedicated tools that make tracking much easier. For example, our platform lets you log your bets and automatically generates detailed stats, your ROI, return on investment, your win rate, your profit/loss by sport, by bet type, by odds range, and more. Tools like this do the heavy lifting for you and present your performance in a clear, visual way. The advantage? At a glance, you can see what's working and what's not, keeping you objective. Other apps and sites offer similar services. The key is to pick one you'll actually stick with long-term, whether it's a DIY spreadsheet, a website, or a mobile app. The important thing is to adopt a tracking system and stay consistent. It's an investment of time that pays off big if you want to become a smarter bettor. Bonus tip. Also note down your emotions or reasons behind each bet in your log. For example, bet placed out of boredom or well thought out bet. This can help you spot patterns, like realizing your impulsive late-night bets made in a bad mood almost always lose. We've reached the end of this video on bankroll management. As you've seen, it's the cornerstone of any successful long-term betting strategy. Managing your bankroll properly helps you limit losses, survive losing streaks, and maximize your chances of long-term success. Remember, the keys to winning are discipline, patience, and responsible money management. Sports betting isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a marathon. The ones who succeed are those who keep a cool head, learn from their mistakes, and think long-term. So, are you ready to manage your bankroll like a pro and go the distance? We hope these tips will help you get there. And if you'd like a little extra support to track everything more easily, our tool Bet-Analytix can help you out. With that, good luck with your bets. Bet smart, stay disciplined, and may luck and the numbers be on your side.